The Ascended Masters are really great batteries of tremendous power and energy, and whatever touches their radiance becomes highly charged with their light essence, through the same activity that makes a needle kept in contact with a magnet take on its qualities and become a magnet also. All their help and radiation is forever a free gift of love. This is the reason they never use any of their force to compel. The law of love, the law of the universe, and the law of the individual do not permit the Ascended Master to interfere with the free will of the individual, except at those periods of cosmic activity in which the cosmic cycle supersedes that of the individual. It is during these times the Ascended Master may give more than ordinary assistance. The earth has entered such a cycle now, and the greatest outpouring of the light the earth has ever known is being and will continue to be shed upon humanity to purify it and reestablish the order and love that is imperative for the future maintenance of our planet and the system of worlds to which we belong. All that does not or will not come into the action of order, balance, and peace must of necessity pass into some other schoolroom of the universe and work out its own understanding of this law in some other way than is to be the expression of the future life upon our planet. There is only one passport into the presence of these great ones, and that is enough love poured out to one's own God-self and to them, united with the determination to root out of the human all discord and selfishness. When an individual becomes determined enough to serve only the constructive plan of life, he disciplines perfectly his human nature, no matter how unpleasant the task. Then he will automatically draw to himself the attention of an Ascended Master, who will take note of his struggles and pour out courage, strength, and love, sustaining him, until he maintains the feeling of his permanent contact with the inner God-self. The Ascended Master knows and sees all concerning the student, for he reads clearly the record which the student has made in his own aura. This reveals the state of the disciple's development, his strength, as well as his weakness. The Ascended Master is the all-knowing mind and all-seeing eye of God, for from him nothing can be hidden. The one who wishes to come into the visible, tangible presence of the Ascended Host should understand that unless he makes himself a radiating sun of love, light, and perfection which the Master can expand and use as a part of himself, that he can direct to any place consciously at will, he would be useless, merely a barnacle and drain upon the Master's work and world. If the student has not, be not willing to, or does not discipline the personal self, so it is calm in mind, peaceful and loving in feeling, strong in body, he is not material that the Ascended Master can use in the more than human work that he does. When the student has not a strong, controlled, well-developed vehicle, he is unable to cooperate with an Ascended Master, and thus do work of a kind which is beyond that of ordinary human experience. Were one of these perfected beings to take a student without such qualities into his field of work, he would be making the same mistake one does in building a machine or home if he constructs it of imperfect material. That kind of material naturally could not stand unusual strain, under sudden need, or prolonged service. Thus it would not be the part of wisdom, love, or mercy to subject anyone to an experience for which he has neither the training nor is strong enough to bear. As the Ascended Masters are the acme of perfection, they naturally would not do anything except that which is just, loving, and wise. The attitude of one who wishes to work in conscious cooperation with the Ascended Host should not be, I wish I could go to them for instruction, but rather, I will so purify, discipline, and perfect myself, become such an expression of divine love, wisdom, and power, that I can assist in their work, then I will automatically be drawn unto them. I will love so constantly, so infinitely, so divinely, that the very intensity of my own light will open the way for them to accept me. My son, self-correction and control of the forces within the use of human consciousness is not the work of a moment, nor a path of ease, lethargy, and self-gratification, for the senses riot within the average human being, and he rebels furiously against the restraint of his lower nature, which is imperative if he is to govern these forces properly within himself, especially in his feelings, so they may be used and act only under the conscious dominion of his God-mind. The saying that many are called but few are chosen is very true. All are constantly being called, but few are awake enough to realize the ecstatic joy and perfection within the God-self, and to hear its voice in the light, forever and forever calling everyone back into the Father's house. Every individual on earth is free each moment to arise and go unto the Father, his God-self, if he will but turn his back upon the creation of the human senses, and hold his attention on the only source in the universe from which peace, happiness, abundance, and perfection can come. There is a way for all to come into contact with the ascended masters, and that is to think upon them, call unto them, and they will answer every call with their own presence of love. But the motive for the call must be love of the one source, love of the light, love of perfection. If this be real, determined, and steadfast, the student will receive greater and greater light, for the light knows its own and gives of itself unceasingly, unconditionally, every moment. Ask, and ye shall receive. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Seek, and ye shall find. Call unto the light, and the ascended masters will answer you, for they are the light of this world.